Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about problems with neighbors. The other day I got a knock on the door and I opened the door, I'm like, hi, and he's like, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask, could the kids please tone it down? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. My husband's gone all day. He um, works from 11 o'clock in the morning to like 11 o'clock at night and sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. So I have the kids by myself. I'm trying to clean, cook, and keep the kids hush by myself. I have a 9-year-old who has ADD. I have an 18-month-old who learned how to walk and sometimes trips over things and falls. So some things are like inevitable. So we talk and we have a good conversation, and he's like, although my wife may be beautiful, she still does need her beauty sleep. And I kind of laughed with him, and I told him I understood, and it was a very good conversation. So then I kind of felt that me and my husband needed to write a letter or Gmail to our landlord to let them know the incident that happened, and so they're aware that that happened and that we're not purposefully trying to be disrespectful neighbors. So we write a note to our landlord and we're just like, hi, this is such and such from apartment, and I'm not going to say the apartment name or number, or like my husband's full name or my full name, just for protection purposes. But nonetheless, and then we go on to just say what happened, that he knocked on the door, told us what he heard, and then what I said, and then we let the landlord know that we just don't want any trouble. Like, we just don't want any trouble because in the last couple years, I've lost a baby, I've fought cancer, we lost our home due to a natural disaster, um, lots of different things. So we basically that we don't want any trouble. We don't want them in trouble. We don't want to be in trouble. We want to continue living here for at least another like year and a half so we can get our taxes and look for a mobile home and buy one and be homeowners again so our kids can run around freely. Um, and they messaged us back and they weren't like rude, but they weren't nice, but they were like, um, hey, we got your email. We just wanted to say that there should be no problem as long as the kids aren't running around after 10 o'clock and they aren't knocking light fixtures off the wall, because we've had that happen. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck? That's a weird thing to say, and that's a weird way to respond. Like, why wouldn't you just be like more professional and be like, hi, I received your email. There should be no problem as long as there's not, a bunch of really loud noise after 10 o'clock. And we appreciate you reaching out and thank you very much. Blank property, and I'm not going to say the property it is. Why did we get an email that was like not even thank you for reaching out or you're welcome or um, we understand your concerns. No, none of those professional words were in the email back to us. It was just like, yeah, if your kids aren't knocking light fixtures off the wall. Why would our kids jump so hard to be knocking a light fixture off the wall? Um, in my opinion and my husband's opinion, if a light fixture is coming off of a ceiling, then the maintenance people probably are not putting them on properly. um, that's just my opinion. And number two, like, if you didn't want neighbors like getting into like not really arguments, but like getting into confrontations, like having to confront somebody about being loud, then you probably shouldn't have said, yes to tenants that have 3 children that are under the age of 18, because kids under the age of 18 are more than likely probably going to be making noise. So I just wanted to say, landlords out there, you might want to, you know, maybe try giving out an apartment that's to a family that's in a low floor, like a first floor, and not an upper floor, so there's no trouble. Because I know that you guys can't really deny families. You can't discriminate somebody because they have kids. It's under the Fair Housing Act, which I'm definitely going to be using if I need to. Because there's just some things that are inevitable, like when our son is running around the house and he trips and falls over something and he's only an 18-month-old kid. Well, that's something that's inevitable. I'm not going to stand around in front of my child with my arms out like this, waiting to catch him when he falls, just to accommodate somebody else. Because ever since this has happened, me and my husband feel like we're walking on fucking eggshells. And it's not fair, it's not right, it's not comfortable. And just, I haven't really felt like ever since that happened, like I really want to live here anymore. So hopefully I can look back someday at this video when we have our own mobile home or house and can be so relieved that I'm not in this situation that I'm in right now and feeling the way I'm feeling right now. Because yeah, it's not fun. And another thing I was going to say is, he brought up that he had a kid that has autism and that he understands how that can be with loudness because of that. But if you understand, then why are you coming up to my place to complain about something that you supposedly understand? So I don't think that they're mean people, but I mean, if you don't want to hear people walking around upstairs, then you probably should get an upstairs apartment, so then that way you don't have to hear anybody else walk around. But anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling really stressed, really uncomfortable, feeling like I'm walking on eggshells, feeling like this isn't any longer really my space or sanctuary or sacred place or relaxation place any longer because of that. And I'm also just feeling high anxiety because I'm not knowing what's going to happen next. I mean, I kind of am knowing what's going to happen next. This is what I feel, and this is going to be funny because I'm going to do like an updated video, obviously. Like, I do videos almost every day. I try to. But I feel that there's going to be some complaining, and then, yeah, we're going to get a notice that we need to be leaving. That's what I feel strongly. So I'm kind of prepared. We do have a backup plan and stuff like that in case that did happen, but it kind of sucks. So, but yeah, so if you're ever in the situation where you're looking for a home and you kind of have to do the apartment thing for a while and you have kids, I would definitely get to know your neighbors. I would definitely get a lower apartment maybe if you can, so then that way nobody else is hearing your footsteps. And I would maybe just, like, if you can avoid apartment living, then do it, because this is the shit that you have to deal with if you're looking into living at apartments when you have kids. So just thought I would fill you guys in on that. and I will be on with another live topic.